something that I think is really important is to have shared values, and to, like, you know, you don't just want to partner with anyone, do you? You know, partner with someone who's got access to the same audience as you. It's really important that you're partnering with someone that you believe has the same outlook, the same values, and that you feel proud to partner with, and you're not, something's not going to come up further down the line where you're like, oh, actually, I wish I hadn't partnered with this brand. So how do you go about finding those partners? Obviously, Anthony, I imagine you have lots of people coming to you, but for startups, early stage founders, what's the process they should use?
I do think.
Sorry. Let's go for it, Lucy. Yeah.
It's quite funny because there is that tipping point where you first set out, it is you knocking on people's doors and you asking, and then there's suddenly that tipping point where you realize actually they're coming to you, and you can be more strategic about who you're partnering with and what you're doing, and you develop your criteria in a much more developed and thought through process. Whereas at the beginning, it's, oh, there's an opportunity, let's jump on it and let's see how it runs. How do you, I don't know if you felt that, if you had that tipping point with SeedLegals or...
Yes, absolutely. So exactly as you say, when you start out, you'll call anybody that will take your call, and eventually people are calling you. And then it's, as the founder, you initially, of course, the super networker, because that's what you have to do as a founder. And then after a while, hopefully you have a marketing team or someone else, partnerships team, and you can start sending things your way. And eventually they start writing to you going, dude, can you stop sending people my way? Or how do we help? How do we deal with very nice people, but it's just not aligned? So I think, on Emmie's question about finding people who've got shared values, I think it's actually quite easy to see that from their website, from talking to them. Do they believe in the same mission that you have, to the extent that you have a mission and it's important? So you can, I think, fairly easily see if it's a mismatch. If it's in investing in equity, we like at SeedLegals, our mission is to protect both parties in a transaction. The founders and the investors will be protected from things that go right or go wrong. So if we see somebody in the investment space, maybe the Wonga of investment or something like that, that's not something that aligns with that mission, and so we may pass on that quite quickly. I think the challenge separately is where you have a shared mission, shared values, that actually for the customer, there's no synergy. Either they've got a slightly competing proposition, or it's not clear to the customer why you're listing them. So, if we've got a partnership with, I don't know, a company that does, let's say hypothetically, UK visas for foreign workers, there's some similarity, but someone coming to your site, it might just look a bit like you guys are partnering with anybody. Some fraction will want it, but for most, it seems maybe too wide. So finding that right one that creates an envelope of things around you sounds like the goal. And then the question is how you gently, in the nicest way, decline on the ones a little bit outside of that, because you never know what might change in future.